Welcome to our weekly Get Pregnant Now Quickie. This is your bite-sized fertility reset where we'll cover either one fertility boosting supplement or nutrient, one sneaky fertility saboteur, or one quick energetic release or mindset hack. So you can shift your body and energy for optimal fertility in less time than it takes to scroll. Let's go. Welcome to the Finally Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, the podcast helping women identify the real reasons you haven't conceived or stayed pregnant so you and your partner can finally grow the family of your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. Let's dive in, shall we? And today, we're not adding more info, right? We are inundated with information every single day. Do this, don't do that. It can be overwhelming, it can be dysregulating, and sometimes just downright confusing. So, we're actually going to do something deeper for fertility today, something energetic. Now, remember, energetic or emotional blocks was one of the 5 reasons I gave on Tuesday's episode for why you may not be pregnant yet. So if you haven't watched that episode yet, make sure you check it out. And today I'm going to be guiding you through a gentle process to alchemize the big emotions that you may be holding. And you might not even be aware that you're holding these or where they live in your body. So this could be anything like grief, anger, fear, frustration, despair, resentment, right? The list goes on and on. And this can come from months or years of trying and struggling. So let's shift it together today by feeling it, okay? And this is something that you can come back to over and over again. So you might want to bookmark this episode, favorite this episode, whatever you got to do. So if you're able, right, if you're driving or operating like machinery or anything like that, you'll have to come back to this episode. You can absolutely listen to it and just absorb everything. But this is definitely an episode that you can come back to. So if you're driving or operating heavy machinery, please continue at what you're doing safely. But if you're able, you can find a quiet space with me, okay? And if you want, you can close your eyes if that feels good to you, just to absorb what I'm going to be saying. And now I do want to kind of preface this that this is something that you can do completely intentionally to really check in with your body, to bring awareness into your body. It could be something that just happens out of nowhere. Maybe you get triggered by something, or it could be something that you realize and witness. Maybe you're in like a meditation or a breathwork practice, and then you start noticing what we're about to talk about, and you'll be able to take this framework into that, okay? So, in this moment, if you want to do this right now in the present moment, you're going to close your eyes and begin to bring awareness into your body, right? We want to be still. It's okay if you have thoughts coming in and out of your mind, just allow them to be. They can come in and out as they wish. And then you're going to start focusing on your breath. And there's nothing we need to do with the breath, just noticing your natural rhythmic breath. And you can ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And I want to say maybe something comes up for you right away. Maybe nothing comes up for you, and that's okay. It may be something that takes just a little bit more space, a little bit more time, and also comes with practice because when we're not used to dropping into our body and creating awareness around our body, this can feel a little like clunky, a little new, like unfamiliar. So don't dismiss this if you're not feeling anything right away. It definitely takes practice and then also increasing our awareness around it as well. So if you have it in this moment, what you're feeling, what we're looking for here is not necessarily the thought, but the sensation in your body. Is there a tightness in your chest? Is there a heaviness or achiness in your womb? Is there a buzz or butterflies in your belly? Do you have a knot in your throat? And just notice, right? We're not here to fix. We're not here to judge. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. We're just tuning in and listening to our body. And you can take a deep breath in. And if you're finding that sensation, I'm just going to say for me, a lot of times if I have something coming up, I'll feel it as like a tightness or knot in my throat. So if I was feeling a sensation there, what I would be doing is just witnessing that sensation, not fighting it, not trying to shut it down or suppress it, and not necessarily even trying to figure out like, oh my gosh, like why is this happening? Like, right, getting anxious about why that sensation is happening, just being with it and breathing into it. So like almost imagining in your mind that like every breath in and every breath out is moving through that sensation, okay? And you can keep breathing in and out until you basically feel that sensation break down and disappear. Okay? And if you need to while you're doing this, you can speak to yourself, speak to your body and say, I'm here. I'm listening. It's safe to feel these sensations in my body. My body is communicating with me, and I am here to listen. Okay, and you can breathe into this for as long as you need. You can put your hand on your heart. You can put your hand wherever the sensation is living at this moment. You can put your hand on your womb. And again, you can remind yourself either silently or out loud, it's safe to feel this. It's safe to let it move through. I don't need to carry this alone. My body knows how to heal. And you can stay with this for a few more breaths if you've found something. And if not, you can just keep focusing on your breath and being present and aware and dropping into your body. There's no right, no wrong. You're doing beautiful. You're creating space. You're restoring the flow of energy in your body. Quite literally. You are unkinking the flow of energy. So what this is, okay, when we experience really strong emotion or trauma, and it doesn't have to be a big trauma, right? It's not about being a big or little trauma. When we experience something that maybe makes us feel unsafe, and we either don't have the tools or the ability or the time to process whatever happened, what can happen is our body holds on to that trauma, whatever it was that happened. And everyone's looks different, but everyone has trauma. And it can be stored in our organs, in our tissues, in our cells until we find ourselves in a place that almost brings us back and reminds us of this stored, stagnant energy that we have living in our body. So that's why this is just a relatable example, I imagine, for many. When you see a new or another pregnancy announcement, maybe you have a very similar, like visceral reaction that happens. Maybe it's like you feel sick to your stomach, or again, that knot in your throat, or whatever it could be for you. And that's basically like your body working from memory there. And it's whatever area of your body that you're feeling that sensation, that's where that trauma, that trigger response is living. And when you're able to implement this practice, you're actually witnessing it. You're sitting with this emotion and you're allowing it to dissolve and basically dissipate and alchemize. Okay. And wherever you may be, this is a tool that you can take with you. So, just as a quick example, I was driving to work one day. I was having a phone call with someone, and they had said something to me. It wasn't anything bad, but it hit a really vulnerable spot in my body. And I had felt that sensation so hard in my throat. We got off the phone. I'm still driving, and I implemented this practice. I just breathed into that area. I spoke to my body. I let my subconscious mind and my body know that it's okay to feel this. I breathed into it. Some tears fell from my eyes, and that was very cleansing. And then eventually it just like breaks down and trickles and washes away. And then that was done. And that was so healing for me because in the past, like, I remember having somewhat similar situations in the past, driving to a different job and just, nope, nope, I don't have time to cry. I don't want to go to work with a red face and just shoving it down, shoving it down, shoving it down. And so many of us do that because it's hard, right? Sometimes it is hard to create space to feel these emotions because we live in such a go, go, go lifestyle, or it's uncomfortable and we don't want to feel it. So then we continue to suppress them even though they keep triggering or popping up and wanting to be healed by us through repeated patterns and triggers or whatever it may be. So, this is just a really beautiful, beautiful practice. If you definitely know that you're someone that doesn't like to cry or you don't like to feel your emotions, then this is definitely something that I would recommend practicing and tuning into. And I want to let you know that you can come back to this process any time. And once you do it a couple of times, you're going to know exactly what to do. You won't have to come back to this. But I want you to use this and have this as a tool in your toolbox, especially on the hard days, on days when you feel triggered, whether it's another argument with your husband about what is the best next step for you to do on your fertility journey, whether it's you're getting your period, you see another pregnancy announcement, whatever it may be, come back to this, right? The days where you just want to scream and cry and crawl under a blanket because your body is not just a vessel for fertility, it's a very sacred space for alchemy as a woman. And every time you choose to feel rather than repress or freeze, you're healing. You're softening your nervous system. Okay. So I just want to honor you and the courage today for listening to this, for practicing this, even for setting the intention to do this in the future when you can, right? You didn't bypass this opportunity. You didn't numb out. You showed up for yourself, your future baby, your family. And that, my love, is the energy that creates miracles in your life. And to really take this steps deeper, I want to offer you one of my very popular fertility resources that's going to take you levels deeper into this process to really anchor it in for you and into eventually a guided 10-minute drop into your body meditation. And this is all going to be from my Fertile Womb Embodiment 7-day challenge. So this challenge will show you how to create conscious awareness in your body, plus the benefits for your fertility. So this is definitely for you if you're someone that just does not feel comfortable with your emotions, and or if you feel relatively comfortable but you want to take it to the next level. It's also going to show you how to anchor in safety in your body so you can move through and leverage these emotions and sensations that are coming up for you on your fertility journey, because what a beautiful space and season to really do so much healing. And then also how to integrate your next level you on your journey to motherhood. You are going to level up yourself in the now moment, but also on your fertility journey and for your motherhood journey. So the link for that Fertile Womb Embodiment 7-Day Challenge will be in the show notes. You are so welcome to it. And let's recap what we just did. So this wasn't just a meditation, right? Another meditation to plug into. This is a tool that you can take with you literally anywhere, right? Once you know how to do it, it is a tool. It is a shift in your body, in your energy. So you brought awareness to what your body is holding and showing you through sensation instead of staying stuck in your mind, in your head, right? From the neck above, so many of us are stuck from the neck up. We avoid going into our body because that's where we can feel like icky things that maybe we don't like or we don't want to see. You allowed big emotions without feeling like you need to fix it, label it, or judge it. You breathed life and energy into stagnant places. And in doing so, you softened your nervous system and opened your womb space to receive. And you reminded your body it's safe to feel, which is foundational for fertility. So, this is how you alchemize, not by avoiding emotion, but by witnessing it. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you really enjoyed this practice in this episode, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on next Tuesday's episode. Just a quick disclaimer, this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not replace medical advice. Please speak with your licensed provider before beginning any new health routines or supplements.